All right, you guys, I have more with multiplicative comparisons for next week, like you guys had asked for. Recommending that during number corner or each day trying to practice primer composite with the date. So if it's the 16th of September, we're trying to determine if that number is primer composite and why. And then if you don't like using the date, you could just roll one dice to work with a really small number, or you could roll two dice and add those numbers together to work with a little smaller number. If you can, I also suggested incorporate one multiplication or division word problem each day. You could pull a problem from a basket and work together before doing the multiplicative comparison work. Here are some word problems that you could just print off, cut them apart, put in a basket, and then we pull from it each day. So there's a mix of multiplication, division. There's simple basic facts. Okay, Monday. September is also National Chicken Month. So I've been doing some facts about chickens. And guess what? You can make a multiplicative comparison about that. So if you would like to use that, here's the Google Slide Interactive that you'd put in present mode so that kids can't see these other pictures. So here is a picture to just get the talk going. Isn't that amazing? This chicken is about twice the size of that chicken. All right, then here's the first fact about chickens. There are about how many chickens in the world? And then I put all these numbers at the bottom. And the point of that is to get them practicing how you say all these numbers. Like, can they even read them? Then after we've read them all, then we determine which one we think is the amount of chickens in the world. And it's actually this last one, 25 billion. It's about 25 billion. Then we click here to the US world population clock, and this is just a cool thing to look at. But here we have the US population, which is in the millions, but then we have the world population, which is getting close to 8 billion people. Right now it's at 7,789,800,000, just saying that number. This might be too much to look at for your class because it also goes into all these numbers over here, which might get them distracted. But you decide if you want to show that. Then we have actually making a multiplicative comparison about it. There are about 8 billion people in the world. This means there are a little more than how many times the number of chickens. So we don't just have 8 billion chickens. Do we have twice as much? 16 billion? No. Do we have 3 times as much? 8 times 3, 24 billion? Yeah, we have around 3 times. So if you click on this in present mode, it'll go away. So this means there are enough chickens for every person on earth to have 1, 2, 3. It's going to be about 3 chickens per person. So I just thought that was nuts. Okay, then another activity to do if you want. Here are all the practice pages that you can make use of throughout the week that are a part of Bridges for multiplicative comparisons. You can peruse those. Tuesday, if you want, I'm not saying you have to do these activities, you guys, but I just made an activity for each day. This was from last year. It's a video of me going through practice problems of multiplicative comparisons using a website called Math Playground. And so you'd show this video, or you would do it yourself and go through some practice problems with them on this site after you watching the video to see what you're supposed to do. And then you would share this website with them on Google Classroom, and they would practice on their own. Wednesday, here's another video of me. This is from last year, going through examples of multiplicative comparisons on a Google Slide Interactive that then after watching, you could share that with them in Google Classroom and they could work it through by themselves or with a partner, whatever. If you don't want to use the video of me, totally fine. You can just click here on the Google Slide Interactive and you would show them the activities, maybe do a couple with them, and then they set off on their own to try them. Thursday, there's a Google slide of just really cool sculptures around the world, put it in present mode so they can't see the other ones. Just to be like, whoa! And then what does this have to do with multiplicative comparisons? So I thought this one was amazing from Germany. It was only up for 10 days, but just talking about like the size of the eyeball or the size of the lips or the size of her head compared to this human head. Like you could talk multiplicative comparisons there. Because these people are walking underneath this spider, you could say how many people high this spider is. Then you have this hand. So talking about a person walking by, are they going to be as tall as this thumb? Or our thumb compared to that thumb? Or this nail compared to our nail? And then you have this really cool one. And then this one, which totally looks fake, but it's real, made out of steel. So in comparison to that tree, or in comparison to a person, like you could draw in a person right here. So just bringing up that multiplicative comparisons are everywhere. Okay, so that's that. And then Friday, I just put game day, so you could go back to the games from weeks prior with 4 products in a row and Dragon's Gold, or your own game. Okay? All right.